I think one thing that's very helpful is just to be aware of how our cultural beliefs and assumptions, whether they're implicit or explicit, about the differences between women and men do influence us in a number of different ways.
And the crunch is of course after the postdoc. Then comes this phase. Men with lesser intelligence, they have they know, they will go, and they don't even think about it. They just continue. Not all of them, of course, but a number of them. And many women scientists at that stage take a hard look at what is it to be a group leader and go for a full career.
The biggest obstacle for women to remain or advance in science, I think it's really the combination of career and family. So you could say this is not unique to science, except that science is really a time eater.
And the other, maybe a bit more European specific obstacle I sometimes find is that is in the traditional system of how we organize science, young scientists are not always very independent and therefore not very visible at a young age. And I think that can specifically harm women if they don't adopt the style of their professors, because then they cannot really very easily, as you might, for example, in the American system, develop your own style and make it visible and be successful in it.
Well, the measures to encourage women to stay in science, of course I'm concerned about it. I mentor women, young women all the time. And I think, well, we're flexible about the time it takes to get tenure, flexible obviously about working hours. I mean, that's up to people to manage on their own. We have good daycare, not in the institute because we're too small, but nearby. But I think the real thing is the mindset of the young women. And I think if a young woman realizes that she loves science as much as she loves her family life, and that the two can be worked out together, I think where there's a will, there's a way.
So I guess what I would say to women is, first of all, you can do it just as much as any other man, but also to bring that home into family life as well. I think institutions have a lot to do, but also women need to think about their careers, how much they've invested in their careers, how important their careers are to them, and if they're in a partnership, to have that in mind when they're standing up for, you know, the time that they need to progress their careers.
Be very clear about what your ambitions are, what you would like to do and what you would not like to do. Don't assume people will understand this without you being absolutely clear about it. Follow your heart and be very confident about what you can do, and don't let it depend too much on what other people think you can do, or don't let yourself be influenced too much in adopting other people's styles, because you're probably best at what you do following your own style. And go out of your way to organize the help that you need. So especially if you also want to raise a family, you have to really make sure that you get practical help as much as you can from your partner, from your work, from people who can help you with lots of practical matters, and just make sure you get that, because it's in the end a matter of organizing it. And yeah, sort of don't be shy about doing these kind of things.
And I would hope that there would be more women PIs with normal families, with normal lives, showing that it works. And this means also that they will dilute this alpha male factor in research, which we know exists.